Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Bubbleman's World. I'm here again with Mr. Chris Bennett, and today the specialty is skateboarding.
Skateboarding day.
Yeah, it's like have a few puffs, but we're not really going to be going on about a lot of different things. We're really going to sit here, have a few dabs with you, and then we're going to head out. Chris got a really nice new electric skateboard. I'm pretty stoked on it, actually.
Yeah, the Evolve GT. All-terrain. I got the all-terrain set up today. It's got a street set up too. And then I brought my other two Evolves. The Evolve with the bust and deck street and the Evolve Bamboo with the all-terrain. So we're at Seymour Trailways demonstration forest, my favorite place to ride.
Yeah.
It's an 8-mile paved road through the forest and mountains. Best air on the lower mainland.
Yep, I agree. And we're going to hit some absolutely phenomenal quality rosin before we go out and do it.
And then when we come back from the street, we'll do some all-terrain.
Yeah!
Have another sesh in the car and then do some all-terrain.
I'm definitely down with bringing the camera and, filming whatever we end up doing. This rosin is just so nice. Found myself a wooden dabber for today, if you can imagine. I'm hitting with a wooden dabber, but I think we're going to be able to pull it off. Give thanks to Dougie for the baby cake. Just don't hit it too hard or you'll be sucking water.
Okay.
That's the gig. Well, I'm definitely stoked that you are getting into this skateboarding thing. Well, getting into it. You're deep in both feet. Like, you are deep into it. And it kind of holds me with a foot in this world because I don't have any other friends inviting me to go electric skateboarding. So.
Well, it's hard in my age group to find people to go skateboarding, so I appreciate you coming along.
Dude, I'm always down.
Always looking for somebody to go hit this spot with. It's kind of a long way to go by yourself, you know?
Yeah, for sure. For those of you that don't know, we are in North Vancouver, like Chris just mentioned, at the Mount Seymour Parkway, and these are pretty special trails. It's like this beautiful paved little road that just goes right through the middle of the forest. How long is it?
I think it's like 8 miles. I've never made it right to the end.
Wow.
And it's a good ride, and there's lots of turns and curves, and the pavement's really nice and smooth.
That's awesome.
Hills and gullies and all that type of stuff, man. Then there's some really good off-road trails as well.
Just getting the dabber here, or the carb cap. She may be a small little piece, but I'll tell you, she hits like an absolute champion. I am going to give you a more reasonable hit this time. I think I gave you a little bit too big of one last time.
Yeah, I'm not lightweight when it comes to the dab.
Well, it's not even about lightweight. It's about being comfortable with the hit that you're comfortable with having. And I myself, who smoke pretty large dabs, if a friend loads me a dab, I'll often get like higher than I would get if I loaded the same dab. So let's load you one up. Chris is just like me when we get into this situation. The talking, the puffing, it's all good and fun, but let's get to the riding.
That's right, man.
It's so great. People really enjoy these skateboard videos too, so, there's not... last one, obviously, there was an enormous amount of good cannabis knowledge dropped, but today I don't think we're going to be dropping quite as much. We're going to be dropping carves. We're going to be dropping... turn that down a bit. Since it got run over by a car, it only lights at a certain amount. The gas has to be on a certain amount before it lights. I lost it dirt bike riding on the way up to Brome Ridge, and I went by 2 trucks, and they both said they never saw it. And then when I finally found it, I could see why they never saw it, because they clearly had both driven over it. But it's still working pretty good. You can see a little bit of marks here.
Nice.
Not too shabby. Chris is like, all right.
Should I hold this thing?
Good for you. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Give you that little guy. Whoops. Parchment paper. Oh, don't worry, it's the empty one. Let it cool down a little bit. The beautiful thing about this tiny nail is that it cools down so fast, you certainly don't need a 45-second cool down, or you will be getting the ultimate in low temp hits. All right, you ready?
Yep.
The challenge is to not touch the wood to the actual nail. This is Hillbilly Dabbing 101. There we go.
Seems just about right.
That seems about right, eh? Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I think a dab each is more than enough. We're both eager to go. Going to take the camera with us on this ride, so enjoy the ride, guys.
Cheers.
I like the orange and the orange. It's nice. And Chris is rocking the brand new Evolve. So there it is, hey?
There it is, very sleek looking.
It's a beautiful piece of machinery, I'm not gonna lie,
that's
man.
Good work for design, you know, like just an industrial design thing, because it's such a sleek looking machine. And fast too, you know, lives up.
So how do you turn it on, at the bottom?
Yeah, this one here, you turn it on the bottom, I just turn mine on, yours is on the side.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
Bubbleman, set up the machine. What kind of strain you have there? This one is so clean and clear. Okay. Come on! We dabbing. Dab, 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 we dabbing. It's the dabba-doo time, the dabba-doo time, we dabbing. Dab, 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 we dabbing. It's the dabba-doo time, the dabba-doo time. Fresh from the extractor, 100% pure ganja. It's not a smoke, this a vapor, clean and pretty like gold. The amount of use this good for, just been unfold. Good for the young and the old. Every soul has with dabbing. Dab, 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 dabbing. It's a dabba-doo time, we're dabbing. Dab, 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 we're dabbing. It's a dabba-doo time, time. Dabbing in the morning, dabbing in the evening, dabbing at supper time. Dabbing when you're weary, dabbing when you're lonely, dabbing cause we're feeling fine. Some people ask me what is dabbing. I've got to show you my dabbing machine that my virgin Bubbleman bring in. We're dabbing. Dab, 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 we're dabbing. It's a dabba-doo time, time, we're dabbing. Dab, 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 we're dabbing. It's a dabba-doo time, time. It's good for the endocannabinoid system. Oh, lovely, oh, great. Yes. Yeah, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Yeah, we're dabbing. Dab, 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 we're dabbing. This is a dabba-doo time, time, we're dabbing. Dab, 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 we're dabbing. This is a dabba-doo time, time. Whoa, na 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 na. Hey, na 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 na.
Well, it's hard to say much bad about these electric skateboards. They're really incredible. They still get a little bit of a workout. You feel it in your back leg. You can feel it in the ability or the way you have to pay so much attention. You really can't just stop paying attention on these things. They're fast, they're furious, and you will bail hard if you don't pay attention. They are super fucking convenient and easy to use, to learn. This one works completely. Look at Chris about to go over the gravel. That's awesome. So this one that I'm on right now, for instance, is very different from the boosted board. Yet I'm feeling that I've pretty much acquired the sweet spot of it, learning how to carve on it, learning how to go nice and fast.
Studio kind of real cloudy, like I say, as I bring back this musical. Man called Jess Royal, alongside one called Rich Spot. Oh yes, what a parcel now. Na 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 na. Man a herbs burner, strictly sensimilia. Oh yes, oh again. Man a herbs burner, highest of the highest. Oh yeah, oh yes. You're looking at me, I say me eyes so red. Because if we don't find up on Salaman head, people always ask me, say why you so humble. I don't smoke the cocaine, that's why I don't grumble. Man a herbs burner, strictly sensimilia. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. And man a herbs burner, champagne. So me say herb must be burned like your teeth must be cleaned. Rather vital for spiritual hygiene. A King Solomon certified the tree, and he is the wisest man known to we. So I and I shun propaganda they preach. Herb never harm, not a soul true speech. So meanwhile the so-called leaders deceive. Man obligated to clarify and teach. You know, man a herbs burner. I yes a the, I yes a the, I yes a the, I yes a the, man a herbs burner. Yeah, 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 yeah. Smoke marijuana till me eye them purple. Just get a boom shot from a friend named Urkel. Carry my same of the highest count. Just get it from the higher mount. Pass me the sense, make me blaze up the chalwa. They say we little, yes we little, but we talawa. Give me the high grade crack, we sting you like a galawas. Herbalist, make we all of this. Man a herbs burner. I yes a the, I yes a the, again. Man a herbs burner. Oh yeah. Strictly kush down bush. Cause when you're sipping on your rum and you a tumble down, you know see me intervene, either cut your fun. So me woulda really love to know how come I want a little spliff and make you move so shit. When so many child molester till I prowl our streets, my people still paid by gunman and thief.
I don't want to get tossed, man. I like the humble pie action.
Just be real easy.
I was real easy with this one. It was completely different from the boosted. I don't know.
It is a completely different. You know, the boosted has better electronics than this one, better handset. But just this one is all about the carpet, and then you get good range. You know what I mean? Like we would have.
The range is killer.
I think I 3 or 4 times the boosted with this. I think.
Well, it basically seems like about 40 minutes of ride time that you could do on it. Which is...
Well, I could go, say, from Sunset Beach all the way around Stanley Park and back to Sunset Beach and still have juice left on that board.
Wow.
And this one, I went from my place down to House Street and then back all around the seawall towards Science World and over the Burrard Bridge and then back to my place on 10th. So it was like 12 miles. Didn't even touch it. It was like just like half the charge.
That's insane. Should we get a little water in the bubbler?
Sure.
Should we get a little water in the bubbler? This little... Should be able to squeeze it out. Yes, no? There it is. Just needs a little help. Alright, that ought to do. Nice to have the backpack with the water right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go again for some dabbles.
Dibble dabble do.
Alright, this little trick.
You think it's not like a hose and you point it at your face and say, oh, what's wrong with this?
Dude, I'm already afraid of these torches, man.
Man, yeah.
Burnt me up. And
You should have to have like some sort of a ticket for being
use?
a dab. Yeah, torch use and dabbing. Yeah, I got my dab ticket.
I got my dab ticket. Oh, really? How many dabs did you... Like, what it's a 25 dab ticket.
Yeah.
I can basically sit and operate a torch after 24 dabs and I'm still solid. It's like, damn, bro. It's impressive. I like it. I like my electric nail myself. Yes, the cob.
Oh, you're rolled off.
What's that?
Your stick rolled off.
Oh, geez, I was wondering what was going on there. Look, I caught it.
All right.
Without even touching the dab. It was sitting on my pants like that.
Spear point.
When you did that at first, I was like, I'm not going to even pay attention. I just put a bunch of hot things down. I hope nothing's burning. Here you go.
Oh, here, me first.
Yeah, you're good to go. Champion. So, unbelievable ride, by the way. Didn't even really mention that when we started filming again, but that was
Nice,
smooth and beautiful. Really nice. Looking forward to trying the GT. I'm not going to lie, I had one in the checkout a couple of days ago on my computer. I was like, I wonder if this is the one that Chris was talking about. I wasn't 100% sure. I held off, but...
Yeah, I haven't even had the street set up on it yet. I imagine the street setup would be pretty sweet on this.
Oh my god,
spot.
dude. It looks really nice. I watched the video of just like cruising through the city. Does this one also have the lights?
No, it doesn't have any lights on it.
No lights.
I've got a light at home I can put on it.
Good for nighttime riding, I
Yeah.
guess. You probably don't do much of it.
Not a lot.
Must be kind of a night.
It can be fun, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know?
Last year I was doing night shifts on Davie Street, and then I'd ride the seawall back at night, you know?
Yeah.
And it was always a blast.
Like, what about during the fireworks?
Oh, yeah, you know, for sure.
That might be a good time to bring the board into the city. The city is gridlocked, like 50,000 people
Yeah.
come to these fireworks from all these different areas around Vancouver, and yeah, if you get caught in it, it's a nightmarish hell. But imagine being on an electric skateboard and just whipping by all the cars and all the people, and that could be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so nice here, right? The air is just so fresh.
Dude, look at where we
Yeah,
are.
there's
It
just
almost
mountains.
seems like it's just a shitty little park, but
Yeah.
then you look up and you're like, oh right, this is like epic back country.
Yeah.
It just happens to have a little trail and an access point in.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, Vancouver's right on the edge of the forest, and then this road and trail goes into the forest that Vancouver's on the edge of. So it's a nifty little kick of nature. Get the city vibe out of you.
Well, I live in this very similar kind of experience, but I would always want to come here, more so if I lived in the city as well. Because the city's a good vibe, but it's like you said, it's good to kick it out of you every once in a while and get out into the mountains. And pretty amazing that you can do it with an electric skateboard. That was a delicious dab. I got a low tempo and see how it's still kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still kind of there. This pipe is amazingly resilient, and the nail cools down. If that was any other nail, I would be so burnt right now. But it's barely hot now. Picked it up in Barcelona, Spain, from Planta Sur, I believe.
Little travel pipe.
Great little travel pipe, and I've carried it all over the place, and kind of, you know, it's definitely not what I would call cheap glass, because I've tipped it over and I've dropped it, and I've had it have quite a few different experiences over the years, and it's still unchipped and in perfect condition. Knock on wood.
Yeah,
Not that there's any
hopefully
here.
it lasts this trip.
Knock on graphite.
There we go.
Well, what are you saying?
Should we motor on?
I mean, I'm not going to complain and say no.
Okay,
Let's do
let's
it.
do
Like, woo. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, give thanks.
You know, see, say you a squander with resources, and in turn showing off your yearly budget, but
man a herbs burner.
you know me.
Oh yes,
Black royalty.
again. Man a herbs burner.
And you said it, and you said it, and you said it, and you said it,
Man a herbs burner. Oh yes. Oh.
my medicine.
Some call it campy, some call it weed, some call it marijuana, some call it herbs, some I call it bush fence. But you know sight I build up me sense, I make me all a rems, so hit me with the sense. Man a herbs burner.
Strictly
Oh,
sensitive.
yes.
Alright, so now I'm on the brand new Evolve, and I can tell you it is absolutely psychotic. The GT mode is much faster than the Busted from Evolve, and the smoothness of the large air tires is something that has to be felt to really be understood. It's my arm. So we go back to the car. I think it's over. Chris is like, no, we're pulling out the 4x4 boards.
off-road.
And now we're taking the off-road boards out. So you want to lead the way on this one, Chris?
Sure.
Awesome. This right here is some shit. Electric skateboarding on gravel roads. First time in my life, that's for sure. This is definitely one of the cooler things I've done in a while. Electric skateboarding, going to do some off-roading, but it's pretty solid. clearly an amazing experience longboarding through the rainforest of British Columbia. Chris just ripping up ahead. Get a little bit of smooth ride compared to what we were on anyway. Right? Won't need to. This one here? Really? You're awesome. Alright, well, let's say goodbye to these guys. Thanks for watching Bubbleman's World. We are done. See you, Chris.